So what do you talk about? What do you say about the progress that a guy like DJ has made over the last week?
All of our guys have progressed. DJ's a veteran. He's outstanding, smart young man. But all our backs are doing great. From Mike to Jonah to Speedy, all the backs are doing outstanding right now.
Was it difficult for him, arriving late, maybe having to learn a lot more in a short period of time?
Well, if you guys know the history, DJ, he was a quarterback in high school.
Okay.
He understands concepts. And the best part about my room, as you guys know it, our guys going to love each other. And so by the time he comes back and I correct him, Mike talked to him, Jonah talked to him, Stevie talked to him. So we're able to do that thing together. Because the way I teach in my room, when we strong together. We're not going to be separate. When it's not my turn, I'm going to cheer. I'm going to cheer for the next two. And when I get my turn, I'm going to make a play. So DJ fit right in. I told him that when we started the recruiting process, I told him, so you're going to love my room. I'm going to have a room that we all going to eat.
You mentioned him being able to pick up concepts quick and kind of know what's going on, being in different systems and all that. How much does that help the room with the younger guys, just having somebody like that that's just so knowledgeable?
I think at the end of the day, for the young guys, have never been in another place. He was at 2 other places. And to come here now and to see the room, that's invaluable for guys. Because usually you don't know what other teams are doing. DJ can say, this is what we did. It's different, indifferent, good, bad, or else. But I think he's enjoying himself, but you could ask him that.
Sure. What does he bring to the field, maybe skill-wise, that is something different than what you had with some of the other guys? What is
he brings confirmation. Confirmation that you can do this. He brings confirmation that you can do this. I did it, you can do it. Let's go. Know what you're doing, know how to do it, forget all that and play. That's not me, that's Miles Davis. But he said other words.
How would you assess the versatility of this room of guys that in different scenarios can...
Can I do it with an emoji?
If you want to.
How important is the play action to the offense and from the running back standpoint? Like, what are you expecting from a running back to sell that?
Number one thing, best faking team in the country. That's my challenge. I want to be the best faking team. If you look at the systems that run the same offenses, from the 49ers to Miami to Minnesota, the fakes are so important for the play action because you want to mirror the runs with the play action. So the runs, you don't know. So the Mike and Will linebacker, they don't know if we're running it or if it's play action. So I've challenged them to be the best faking team in the national, in this country.
How would you describe Jonah Coleman's progress through camp? It seemed like at the beginning of camp he was kind of running behind a little bit, and he's kind of steadily climbing.
No, I don't think you've seen Jonah run behind. I think the competition ratcheted, and Jonah just rises with the competition. And like I said, it's great having a guy like Mike in the room that's selfless. You know, they're selfless, so everybody gets a turn. And what I tell my guys, be prepared, because everybody can get a turn, and when you get a turn, you got to go. So yeah, Jonah's growing like crazy. CY, that's my man right there. That's my man, CY.
Can you talk about the challenges of the room, because you have so much depth, making sure you get enough reps for everybody and the young guys as well?
Selfless, doesn't matter. I always say, when you shine, we shine together. And a lot of these parodies, I'm telling you, they'll tell you, because I preach it to them every day. We had 14 running backs my freshman year at Ohio State. 7 of us played in the NFL for 3 years or plus. So when we work together, everybody wins.
Jed said yesterday that running the ball is really the key to red zone offense. Do you agree with that?
I agree 100%. The physicality is taking it from somebody, and you go in the red zone, we're not throwing it. We're going to hit you right in your face. Ready? Brace yourself, because we're going to hit you. And we're going to hit you hard from every single angle, from Speedy to Mike to Jonah, boof, to DJ, boom.
Is it harder to run in the red zone? I mean, you can't, there's not as much space. The safeties are going to be maybe closer.
That's where the physicality comes in, and the speed. Like I said, you choose. You load the box, we got a jet. You lighten the box, I got a hammer. So you got to pick your poison, but it's coming.
Year 2 here at Arizona for you, what do you feel that has been the biggest learning curve or position of growth that you've had since last training camp to this point? Just you yourself as a coach.
Just the off season, taking time to really get myself in shape. You know, I had no idea. It was my first year coaching last year. You got to train for this like they do. You know, because in your mind, the layman's watching it going, really doing by coaching. You're doing a lot of movement. I put play on my watch, and in 3 hours, I burned like 1,500 calories. I'm like, whoa, this is real. So I lost 20 pounds, read a lot more than them. And it was really good. Coach Fisk challenged us to read a lot more. So I did. I mean, anytime you could polish yourself and be a lifelong learner, you want to do that. But a lot of times, we don't create discipline for ourselves. So I created discipline for myself.
What do you like to read?
Last book I read was probably Uncommon Man by Tony Dungy. I love reading that over and again. The 4 Agreements by Ruiz, which is amazing. The Bible, of course. I read a Bible verse every day just to make sure I get that in. And in fact, I have 2 alarms. At 9 a.m., read something and learn something, and then at 5 p.m., read something and learn something. I try to learn something new every day, just challenging myself.
Is there anything that you do to challenge your running backs outside of football?
Mental gym. The mental gym. If you ask any of them, physically, they're going to be able to do it. But the mental side of it, I try to also, too, give myself, my wife has been amazing. You guys know that. You know I love my wife. But she's told me to tell them more about what I did. Because if you don't know the story, I've been cut 3 times. Cut 3 times. I played fullback in college. I didn't want to play fullback. I came here as a tailback. I was 185 pounds at 5'9". They said, well, we got a Butler by no tape. We got a Robert Smith. We got a Carlos Snow. So if you want to play, you got to play fullback. So I can teach them sacrifice now. Vince Workman, my freshman year at Ohio State, Vince played about 11 years. He ran for over 1,200 yards as a sophomore. My freshman year, we were so good, they moved him to wide receiver because Chris Carter got suspended. And because of that, Vince played 11 years in the NFL because he can catch, run. So that's why I tell my guys, if your dream's playing in the NFL, let's figure out what's going to make you get there. I didn't play a lot of running back. I was just dependable when I did. I picked up blitzes, and I ran the ball physical when I got a chance.
Okay, that's our time, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate
Thank you guys. All right, man. Later. Be nice with my guys.